are live. We're back, everybody. Round two for We Grow Wednesday. Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. Second day in a row that I've had the stream just completely go wonky on me. It didn't I could say that it went down, but it was still up. It just the video wasn't going to anyone. Like we were still live, but no one was seeing us. So anyway, we're back. I'm gonna attempt to get a few friends back in here. We got the second hour to go through on the show. I got more stuff to talk about, and of course, we're about to do the number spin for the subscribers. Let me just share it in like regular. I thought I was cool using OBS more often, Talad, like all these little things, OBS things. But now here we are.
It's rough today.
I tell you, just to run it by you, there's another way that I can go live on the studio, which is direct RTTP, which would be more stable. The only issue is there's no like getting guests on the screen. There's no studio where I can like change the different layouts and all that kind of stuff. It's all on me. It's like OBS, and I have to get guests in through OBS and all of like it's like the more professional, like a step up, but it's just kind of hard because I don't know everything. You know what I mean?
And I know
So
nothing about any of that. I've never used any of it. I am no help there.
that's okay. I mean,
Okay.
I know enough
So
to
we're
get
back. That
myself in
works.
trouble. Yeah, we're back. We got 3 people
Okay.
back. We got some people watching on locals. Come on back over to Rumble. You don't have to comment on all the places if you don't want to. I'm leaving the door prize wheel the same unless I see someone new jump in. And of course, it's not showing my Facebook yet.
Check.
There it is. Okay, we're back. We're back. Gabe, Kyle on the Facebook. What's up, guys? Thank you for coming back. I don't even feel like going through all the likes and shares and everything. Maybe I'll do it later. Everyone who was already watching will probably come back, at least if they were into the conversation.
I
All
posted
right,
the new link on X, so
cool. So I'll just get this going while we're waiting. So here. So you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna do it a different way because I already have it set up on the other wheel. So
I was wondering when I'm all chat's not like people are usually commenting here and there, and that's why I opened my phone. I'm all, uh oh.
I started thinking the same thing, and I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on?
You just got a gut level feeling at some point. You're like, it's too quiet.
I trust me. There are times when I feel like that because really no one is commenting, but that's only when I'm doing a regular live stream. Usually, my actual shows are a little bit
Like
more
when
well
people get quiet
received.
in an X space and people start leaving and coming back because they think that it's frozen and
Right?
it's just nobody's talking. We developed a running joke with the writers therapy family group in that, it just naturally happened over the 2 years we were doing that weekly. And it's like new people will always get caught. It's like a mousetrap being reset. Everybody, like, for some reason, there's a pause. So at that point, when it's been 3 or 4 seconds, then nobody's touching their mic because if you break the silence, you lose. And so some new person always gets nailed with it. They think it's frozen and they leave. And then we start with the laughing emojis. Now, because there's laughing emojis, other people leave because they think someone's talking and it's funny. So they're resetting, and we're like, oh my God.
Oh no! What did they say that was funny? I got to come back.
Yes. Pat
Let's
usually can't
see.
stand it and opens her mic and says something. I'm like, you ruined it.
Hey, there we go. Now I got the number wheel. Now I
Yeah,
have
Andrew,
the
we
two.
crashed, I guess, but we are back.
It's 2 days in a row, you guys. 2 days in a row. Same thing. Crashed yesterday. I had a guest on talking about promoting his upcoming event and everything. And, that's not very professional to be able to have a guest and then just lose our whole audience.
That's the thing. Like, you're trying to do more professional for yourself and for what the platform expects, the requirements for whatever, whether you're monetized or just want to present better, and then they can't step up with the tech support.
He just commented or just made a post on X a couple days ago. Rick did. He's part of the support team there, and he's like, "Hey, how's the Rumble Studio? It's more stable the last few days, something like
Oh,
that. Have you guys been having a more
quite the
stable
opposite.
experience?" Like, well, how much time you
Let me
got?
guess, you were honest, but diplomatic.
Actually, at the time, it did feel like it was more stable. I said yes, and
Okay.
I forget how I said it, but then later I said, but there are still, the same problems that I've told you about multiple times, like my guests that come on, and also I didn't even mention the stream going down like this because it hadn't done that at the time.
You know what? Maybe that's why it kept retyping the same thing. Because that time when I put the smiley, it said, okay, back to, and then the smiley. That wasn't in my chat field, but it printed it. And maybe it was because of the glitch.
Very possible.
I could
Yeah,
try to
it's
figure
like,
that out. I didn't type it again.
well, what I don't get is like the big guys, the big podcasters, like Timcast IRL. I watch a lot. I watch that a lot of times. I don't ever see them have this happen. All right, guys, we'll be right back. The stream is down. Like that doesn't happen with them because, and
Are
it's
there
not.
are there tiers with what you pay for?
I don't think so. I think it goes back to the direct RTTP, which is it's a different kind of feed. It's a different
Because I was
thing.
going to say, if there's a higher tier that they're paying for and they're getting better tech support, that's kind of,
But
you
that would
should
be
just have
that
good tech
that would
support.
imply after something happens, right? Like I have
Yeah.
somebody I can contact to get this fixed. I've
Well,
never
no.
once seen their show go
Part
down in
of
the middle.
part of tech support is also just making sure that things are running correctly.
Yeah. Well, I don't
So,
know what this could have been.
the idea
Speaking of,
is, if you're paying $50 a month instead of $5 a month, your stuff's gonna work better. That would be pretty
I would hope.
crappy. Well, you would hope, but also, shouldn't the person who's paying $5 a month also get something that works? You're paying for the product either way. It should just basic function be working correctly.
Yeah, it's an
There shouldn't be
underhanded thing that they
communication.
do, just kind of like Facebook, where they don't say you're being limited, but they're sort of telling you that by constantly hitting you with notifications that say, if you pay a little bit more, if you pay this much, you'll be seen by this many more people. It's like that is clearly them in reverse, purposely keeping you less visible so that they will try to force you to pay.
Because I
So
tend to think, and I think that's what you're saying, and I tend to think it's not really so much a boost as it is getting rid of the deboost.
that's exactly what it is. There's a debuff on us, and they you pay to get rid of the debuff. And even then, it's the reach that you do get could just be a whole bunch of bots. It's just like
Right.
I did a giveaway one time, literally a completely free giveaway. I was just trying to grow my page, and I was just asking people to do like the shares and to tag people and invite people to follow me, but like a handful of things that were all free to do, and I gave away an entire RO system, like $350 reverse osmosis water filter system, which can
Wow.
be used by anyone. Everyone could benefit from it, all people. And I paid $100 to have that thing promoted on Facebook. And guess what? I got like 800 likes, and almost none of them got in on it. The people that knew about it, that knew me already, were the ones that are getting in on it. But
So
no
then,
one,
yeah, is it bots?
was it even worth it? No, I don't think so. That's why I try to
Because
put my money
I
into you
think that it's
guys.
bots.
People might look at me and say, "Oh, he just gives giveaways, or just he gives shit away to get engagement." You know what? I'd rather spend my money on you guys than the
Yeah.
platform, and I already have to spend my money on the platforms
I
by
mean,
verifying and all that stuff.
that's a pretty snide accusation, but to say it this way, well, what if it is? What if it is to get the engagement? You're benefiting from it if you get free stuff.
It's
So it
you,
sounds pretty ungrateful. You're getting an
right.
opportunity at something, so why do you care why?
Well, and you have to spend money one way or the other, whether it's advertising, or spend money on your audience. And
Yeah.
anyway, So, guys, number one was the number I picked just now, and that was Trent Allgood. Shouts out to Trent. Congrats. So far this week, we had Chris, Andrew, and Trent all winning the number spin. Andrew had a double win yesterday, the number spin and the door prize, which was pretty cool. Congrats. Okay, got time for a few more stories here. This next one, I don't know how it relates to our show, but I really wanted to show you. I don't know what's happening in this video. It's a minute long, but it looks like people walking their dogs are going to be getting harassed more. That's just what the look is. I don't know what the context is before this. It's being shared by Jonathan. Excuse my English. Excuse my English. So clearly, just by his name, it sounds like he's what do you like controversial, trying to push or trying to be like anti anyone that doesn't speak English is kind of what it sounds like. Now check out this video. I don't know what's happening here exactly.
This is New York. You about to fuck him up. You ate that ass. You ate that ass?
So it starts off where it looks like two Muslim folks are harassing this man with the dog. Did the dog come up too close to the lady? Did the dog, like get too close or what? I don't know. Did the dog bark at them, growl at
It
them?
looks like a pit too. He's taking his life in his
Yeah.
hands and messing with that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder why the dog is just walking with the guy. It's not even. The
Yeah, it's
dog
not
didn't
being
even get
aggressive.
into. Yeah, it didn't even get into a protective posture. So that kind of tells me that the dog probably didn't start it, but I don't know. Dogs are dogs, and people come. Some
They've
people
made
are
it very
scared of
clear
them.
how they feel about dogs, so
It looks like that. Yeah, it looks like they
I mean,
are
I
very
gotta say it.
just still following the guy. Like a minute
What are they?
later, and then he.
Haram. Yeah, they're unclean. So yeah, which it's
Definitely
fine if they want to feel that way about it. I don't like. I'm not going to tell somebody. Jewish people will tell you that pigs are unclean. Okay, that's your belief system, but you don't tell me what to have as a pet or what to eat.
Well, just the whole thing seems so escalated, like as if the dog was aggressive. But if that dog was aggressive, he would not have been letting that man come up to his
Yeah, the
owner.
dog's just like,
Like my husky would not have let that happen.
Why are you
And
walking
she's
backwards, Dad?
yeah, like he was okay, like didn't
Okay, we're going
even
this way now.
care like what was going on there.
Is he trying to hit you? What's going on?
Yeah. Again, I don't know exactly the connection, but I guess they're out on the walk. That's healthy. And then, but yeah, I mean, I'm a pet owner, so it just kind of hit me a little bit. Like, be careful.
Yeah.
Especially like today, I had my little escape artist, Tala. I just wanted to let him go and just say, you know what? Don't come back today. And I was standing outside. I was like, all right, I guess I'll go in the car and drive around and look for his ass. And I look over and see him walking across the street like he owns a place. He's got away. He's getting out of my yard. I don't know exactly how, but he's escape artist. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two stories here that I really want to show you. So actually, the last one is up here, though. So I don't know if we're going to get to it, but that's the one I was telling you about earlier. I really got to show you this. So this next one here comes from Gardening Chores. The Prairie State made it illegal to punish people for growing prairie, and the irony is almost too perfect. Illinois was only 80% tall grass prairie. Read the rest of it. Oh wow, geez. As a sea of big blue stem, Indian grass and wildflowers that stretched to the horizon and fed millions of bison. Then we plowed it over for corn, soy, and suburban lawns. By the time the 20th century ended, less than 1/10 of 1% of that original prairie remained. The state that literally calls itself the Prairie State had made prairie illegal in most places. Homeowners who tried to restore native Illinois plants on their property faced citations from municipalities and fines from HOAs. The
Wow.
very ecosystem that built the soil beneath their houses was treated as nuisances. I'm not going to read the rest of it, but interesting. If that's true, Illinois protection or not protects homeowners who grow and maintain Illinois native plants. So that's not just like when they say the prairie, they're talking about native plants to Illinois on their lawn instead of keeping every inch of as plain turf. Native yards stand protected. This is cool. I mean, this looks like just a big wildflower bed, so I don't know if I could call this picture, actual.
I'm really pro on growing local native plants, which they encourage here, because California in particular is a hotbed for invasive species, and it's because our climate is so temperate. Most, unless it really requires something, like let's say apples require a hard cold snap. Otherwise, they're grainy, they're unpleasant, but they will grow without that. But some plants, they just won't thrive without those radical shifts in the weather or the right soil, the right pH level, that kind of thing. But California has such a wide variety of climate and soil types and pH level and all that. Somewhere, everywhere you try to live, there's an invasive species, and sometimes out of control. So
they're kind of natural, though,
here,
right? People think
it's
invasive as unnatural. You know what I mean?
no, these are actual, like, they don't belong here kind of things. Just like we've got kudzu all over the United States. It doesn't belong here at all.
What's that? Kudzu?
Kudzu?
Kudzu.
It's like a,
Is it
I
edible?
want to say it's like an ivy. It's a vine, but it grows like a couple feet a day. Like that,
Wow.
it takes over. And
Yeah.
it chokes out native plants. So because of that, I encourage people to, research before you plant something, get something that's local. Go to, like here, Living Desert has a nursery that sells native plants in both starts and seed forms so that you can, and they got all kinds of material for researching.
I wonder if we
Well,
can use some of
to
those
protect that
traits.
is good.
Can we take some of those traits and give them to, say, food crops? The invasive trait, and make invasive apple trees or invasive
I know, right? Well,
something that could
let's
feed
say
the
you have
planet. You know what I mean?
let's say you have a greenway, like the overpasses that they build for animals to get over, like freeways and stuff. Some places will actually plant food trees and say, hey, if you're hungry, pick some oranges, that kind of thing.
And
They
then
do that.
an apple or an orange comes falling down on my windshield going 65 miles an hour.
It's
Thank
not
you.
hanging over.
I mean, they better keep an eye
I
on
think
it.
it's a great idea. Because
Yeah.
like historic orange groves are over here in Redlands near me, and they're tearing a lot of them out. But I see oranges just going to waste because nobody's actually picking and maintaining. But you're not allowed in some places because private property. You can't just go grab an orange. I'm not saying that somebody riding by on a bike or walking by doesn't, but you could be fined for it. Like, why? If you're not going to pick it and sell it, let somebody have it.
I think it's a good idea. The only problem is with public fruit trees is you'd have to pay someone to maintain them and clean them up, because the fruit dropping everywhere does cause a problem. It does draw
And fruit
things.
flies are an issue.
Yeah.
So
I used to
transport.
live at I used to have a bus stop that had a bunch of cherry trees right there, and all of us, oh man, we loved it. Even though nowadays you would say not to eat those until you've cleaned them, right?
Yeah.
But as kids, we're waiting for the bus. Man, you could sit there eating cherries. We ate that, sit there eating them all day whenever it was in season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually like when I first was looking at this post, I actually kind of thought about how it's illegal in a lot of places to grow food on your front lawn.
Yep.
And
well, there's only
that
one
needs to be
valid reason
changed.
not to. There's only one valid reason. If you're
do you
on a
think?
high traffic street, then exhaust fumes, that gets absorbed into the plants. You're talking about heavy metals and things like that. But there's no reason to just outlaw it regardless of where, regardless of the proximity to the street. And I don't believe in over-regulation, obviously.
And they don't want to look at each case by case. They just want to say, no
That's right.
chickens, no pigs in this area, no
Yeah.
food. But you can get around
It's
it
stupid.
sometimes by like fruit trees is one way to get around it. Okay,
Yep.
keep moving. I got a couple more here that I want to show you. Definitely the foot thing I got to show you in a bit. You might actually really like this too. This next story is from Jai Martial Arts. J.I. Martial Arts. Train like a fighter from day one. Check out the resistance band.
The G-Band isn't for everyone. It's for the beginner who wants to train like a fighter, even before they feel like one. The one putting in the work, watching the videos, showing up to sessions, but still feeling behind. The one who doesn't want to look average, move average, or waste months training the wrong way. Joshua Iyala has felt that exact frustration. He set out to become the fastest puncher on the planet. Not because
It's his initials.
because he was frustrated. He was training every day, doing everything right, and his speed had hit a wall.
Okay, so that's mostly promotion.
Yeah, J.I. is his initials. That's what it is.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So I guess this is like how he's won speed competitions. But is speed power? I don't know.
Yeah, you're training fast twitch muscles, and fast twitch can benefit from resistance as well. It's the explosive. It's not just the speed, but fast twitch is an explosive amount of power.
But if you were a fighter, you would be wanting to put power behind those punches and
Yes.
not just speed. But
It's both.
yeah.
So like fast twitch muscles for running, like your push off, that's explosive force. That's still a fast twitch muscle.
Right. That first that initial, it's almost like when you fire a gun, you're almost supposed to be surprised when it actually goes off because of the squeeze. You don't want to pull, you want to just squeeze it just enough, and it's almost like it gets down to that last second, and it gives you that little. And I know that's a weird analogy, but like when you're about to take off when you're running, I was in track, and it's like that anticipation of like just like your muscles are shaking, like you're about to you're about to hit it. And
we were trying to figure out a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, when I first started working with Kyle in my training, like what is lacking here? Where am I having a problem with the it's rapid muscle fatigue, which happens quite often to autoimmune patients. Well, we didn't know the extra layer to it then. I found out a year ago I'm hypermobile. But he was right. He's thinking about it. He said, fast twitch maybe. And I went, like I hadn't heard that in a long time. And so I looked it up and started researching. And I'm like, that's exactly what's happening. That's being affected. So we're fixing that now by strength and stability training and physical therapy. And that's making all the difference for me. Like I'm finally seeing a little bit of progress, a little bit of difference. But every time I go in there, if we do a new exercise or one that I'm not as familiar with yet, I have to ask them, okay, what is the muscle? Show me on the chart what it looks like. Tell me where it is and what it does, and how should it feel when it's engaged. And then you got to check me, hands on, whatever. Feel, am I engaging my lats? Am I engaging this? Am I engaging that? Because I don't engage the right muscles automatically. That's the hallmark of the problem with hypermobility. Yeah.
I bet there's probably a lot of obscure muscles that most people don't know of and how to engage. But
even how big the lats are?
Yeah. The big
huge.
ones should be easier, of course.
I couldn't tell. I'm like, am I engaged? I wasn't. I was pulling with my arms. That's why I've got biceps that are so visible. Biceps, triceps, all that. I was using all biceps for stuff that should have been both. And I didn't understand back and down, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now I can feel my lats because I've been working them. I couldn't feel them.
That is a weird feeling. Like, let's talk about feeling. Oh man, as we get older,
I finally had sore lats. At my last from my last appointment. I can feel my lats now.
Now that they're
That's
sore,
where
yeah,
they went wrong
makes
because I
sense.
wasn't engaging them. Yeah.
You can feel them more now that you've went
Because
through the
even with the
motion.
pull-up range of motion, you can be pulling with the muscles that you use in a curl and just not really engaging that, which is great. You need to use them all, but that's the thing. You need to use them all. And if that's not engaging, you're not doing it right. You'll never get a pull-up.
I didn't think I could do one the other day. I tried. I was like, oh, I'm actually doing pretty good. I've been doing push-ups that are more not accurate, but like the ones we looked at recently, where like the right form, where my elbows
That's another
my,
one.
my elbows go backwards instead of
Yes.
sideways like I used to do. Like
Yeah, I was messing that up too. So now I understand. Tuck that elbow down, and you're actually working in that range. Like
it
she
feels
has me
different.
doing just the scapular, like keeping my arms straight, sink in, and then push and round it out. And she was actually doing this, touching those muscles to remind me where they were
Hmm.
so that I could feel it. She's good. She's hypermobile, so she knows.
Oh yeah, that's probably a big benefit to you having somebody with that
Yeah.
knowledge. I don't know why it reminded me of it, but I told you about my shoulder pain, right? Both of my shoulders hurt now. Like I think I'm pretty sure that it's like arthritis, carpal tunnel. I don't know what all I have, but I
It
have
could just be tendonitis.
yeah. Well, the same one
Common.
that I've been recovering from the last few years, it now feels like when I relax, it feels like my shoulders forward. So I have to like consciously keep pulling it back, and it's like, is that because some of
Do
my
you stretch your pecs? Do you stretch here?
oh sorry I did,
I'm not going to do that. So
no,
doorway,
I do
right?
that, yeah.
And step forward. See how much stretch you can get in a doorway like that. It's that because mine were too tight. So this is what we do: phone, driving, laptop, playing a guitar. We're like this all the time. So you actually
Yeah,
have to consciously work on that form with
I really do.
stretches.
Or like,
Yeah,
especially if I actually sit on the couch, like it's better for me just to lean back than it is
right.
for me to sit up and like all hunched forward and everything. I'm conscious. I'm always trying to be conscious about my posture, but this is a different feeling because it feels like the tendons that are stronger are like pulling against the one that was weakened, and so one side is weaker and it's being
Correct.
pulled
So you
forward
want
on me. You know what I mean?
isometric for one thing. Do isometrics in the correct position to lengthen that.
Oh,
Because time under tension is what strengthens connective tissues. So you want to make sure you're strengthening them in the correct position, which is back and down. Yeah.
who's in the house, you guys? Let me go check to see if we're still live.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any new comments.
That's okay. It's because we lost everybody except for Alice and Andrew are back. Thank you guys. Yeah, no, it looks like, oh no, we're frozen. We're frozen again.
Well, my comment went through. There we go.
The comments are working, but
I can see us.
I see us, but we're not. Hold on.
Is it lagged?
Okay, there it goes. I see it on my computer. On my phone,
Maybe lag.
on my phone, we're frozen.
Oh man, not on mine, so far as I can tell.
That's weird. Let me just leave and come back on my phone.
It looks like a long lag. I'll know if I
There
see
it
myself
goes.
standing again. Because
There
I'm
it
not.
goes. I'm still You still alive, Alice? You're good. Okay.
Yeah, we're like
I
that's
was
like
frozen.
at least 20 seconds lag.
Now I'm paranoid. I'm going to be paranoid every 30 seconds about it now. Like,
y'all keep talking so we don't freak out,
yeah,
right?
you guys got to say hi every 30 seconds, or I'm going to be worried, man.
Oh my god.
All right, let me try to get through these last three because they're actually really good ones I've been hoping to get to. Let's see. Say from Filipina Farmstead. The best part, it runs entirely on sunshine. Oh, so this is for watering your chickens. thought it was kind of a cool design. We don't need the music. A
Keeps the water fresh.
simple, yeah, it keeps it moving in motion. And a lot of people don't realize this about dogs, but and cats. All animals like running water better.
They
It
do.
stays cooler. It also it signals to them that it's safe, because standing water is a lot of times not
Some
safe.
cats will. That's what mine
Move it
do. They
around.
empty the dish, splashing it.
Yeah. And so this is just a little design, putting a little pump inside of uh, their water container. The rocks in there, I think, are just to help not have to use so much water. The bricks and rocks are just kind of a way to fill
It's
it
like
up a little
gravel
bit.
filter.
I mean, it looks pretty, but maybe that's just for looks. Maybe it's really nothing else, because you could use a shallower container. I mean, and their whole thing
Maybe it
is
looks
like,
shallower to them. They can see that it's clear.
yeah, that could be. See the rocks, and they can see parts of it that are shallow. One simple upgrade gave my chickens fresh moving water without using a single outlet. I mean, yeah, because you have the solar panel, so it's nothing too crazy we need to spend time on, but my chickens would jump up in it and shit all over that thing. Probably. Hi,
Probably,
Diane.
yeah.
Probably, that's true. Yeah, it looks so nice. Maybe that's why it's tall. Maybe, I don't know. I did this after seeing your video, and my
Maybe the
chickens
rocks seem
loved
to be
it.
like that far underwater or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And then they discovered they loved standing in it more than drinking. See, drinking from it, and it's full of dirt and poo, and the pump is fried. It lasted less than 2 days.
Oh no. And see, this is the problem with the water bowl with my cats. I went through so many different designs because they will step on it, spill it, all that. I finally got one that's square with flared sides, so they can't flip it. But they still do this. Now they stick their paw in. Now there's dirt and
They're just
yeah.
putting water everywhere. I got one for my dogs, and I think that it works for cats too. But the top is shallow. There's like a cover on it that the water is pouring onto, but the water only gets very shallow, and then it goes through a filter that goes back into the container underneath, and then it's being
Right.
pumped back up clean, because there's no filter, because it's being filtered, and then the water just only covers the surface a little bit, and they can just lick
Yeah.
off of it. There's not like a big deep bit that they can. Your cats would probably still splashing around, but it might be
Yeah.
better than.
And then if there's a pump and they splash it dry, not all of them are designed to
Oh,
shut
true,
off
yeah.
and damage the pump. It'll burn it. Yeah.
Well, this pump only turns. You can have it different settings. You can have it all the way on. You can have it on a timer. Once every hour, it'll turn on for 15 minutes. And you can. Well, that would probably be the best one for you. But there's also one for a motion sensor that only turns on when the animal comes up to
Okay.
it. And the battery,
Like
it's
the
also got a
really-
battery. I can unplug it and I can take it outside, and it has a
Yeah.
battery. But the only thing that works on battery power is the motion.
The genius one is something that you install in like a bathroom sink, and it's a little spout, and they can trigger it themselves and drink from it fresh. But I know my cats, they would figure it out and go, "This is fun. This is fun." And they'd be triggering it constantly. They would play with it.
Well, I got to push back a little bit, Tala. I don't drink the sink water, and I don't give it to my pets either anymore.
You can do a whole house filter though. We have
Yeah,
one.
you're right. Touche. That reminds me.
Or
of-
one at that
we
sink.
talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Whole house filter. Because I
For
have
their
this
dish,
RO
I have a
system.
Brita pitcher that I run it through to take heavy metals out. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's valid. Yeah.
Shoot.
But yeah, you can just like install that. But I know them. They would be like, "Oh, cool, play. Yeah.
This is a good idea. The person says we just do a cheap kiddie pool with a few large bricks in it, and rinse it out every 2 days. They stand on the bricks, and it helps them cool off. I pull the bricks out and hose them off. Yeah, that's a lot cheaper, and also
Yeah.
less likely to just burn up. Anyway,
No filter to worry about. Yeah.
this next thing, just a cool battery. We can talk while it's playing. It's just a interesting looking company that makes a nice. Because I have one like this, but it's years old, and I've been looking at stuff like this because it's, looks like water resistant. You can throw it around. Like
Nice.
seems like a nice little
I have a
device.
solar panel that folds up
Oh, that would be
for
nice.
charging phones. I've got a little one for, backpacking, which you can then plug in a battery pack to charge that. Generally, though, they're so inefficient when they're small that you have to attach it to the outside of your pack while you're hiking to charge something, and then
Well,
you
that
can
makes
use it,
sense.
wherever you stop for the night if you're, yeah,
That
that
would be a
kind of
good
thing.
idea, actually. You have a battery pack that it's charging the whole time, and you
Yep.
don't use the solar panel to charge things. You just use that battery pack, and then you use the solar
Yes.
panel to charge the battery pack all the
And
time.
if the pack is charged, switch it to another pack, have two packs, plug the phone in while you're walking. Yeah, you've got choices.
Nice. Yeah, this has got
And they're
different
more
ones.
efficient now. They're designing them better,
It looks like there's different sizes or whatever. This is made by Nest Out. Let me go back to it real quick. It's
I will say this. There's one that's
Nest
like
Out.
boxy like that has a little solar panel. Those that never worked well. So if you get one that's flat, that's like the size of a tablet that unfolds and you got two panels, that's way more efficient.
Oh, right. That's much bigger. So, I don't know. Let's see. I wonder what it costs. So they do a bunch of things, look like camping type stuff. Nest Out. Oh, is that solar panels? Aha, look at that.
Yep, there you go. Yeah. It's essentially what I've got. If you've got bright sun conditions, they do work. A little slow. They're not rapid charging, but
Yeah,
they work.
it doesn't look. While camping, I guess it'd be fine, but if you were like mobile on the backpack, is about
This trip, I'm flying where I'm going, so I don't need that. But I am taking a battery pack with me. So
Look at this. We got a fan. I don't know what these are. Lights, I guess. All right.
Huh.
I need either one of those. This last one, Tala, we do. What time is it? Okay, we got a little time. This is the last one I have saved, and it's the one I've been hoping to get to all day, you guys. So smash the like button. Make sure that you do the repost for us on the Rumble, because we've had some Rumble problems. Rumble should be putting us on the front page for those kind of problems. We should be getting that editor's pick. Tala, we should be getting that editor's pick choice. I see other people get it. I see people who started after me that are just skyrocketing past me, and they're not doing anything different than I do. It kind of gets annoying. It feels like some of these apps, just if I could rant for a second, it feels like sometimes they boost new users so much that some people get more growth by starting a new account on some of these places. Facebook, I think, is one of those places. If you start a whole new account, a new profile, you'll get all these like little boosts in the beginning, and I've seen people get way bigger than what their old accounts were because they had these old accounts that Facebook deboost because of how old they are for some reason. I don't know what exactly what it means, but
Man.
it's crazy. Anyway, the reason I say that is because I'm like, wait, I've been on Rumble for 5 years. What's going on here? It's probably the canvas, but hey, I don't like to assume.
Two of the easiest.
Look at these, Tala. I'm super excited about these. I want some so bad.
I have little toes. They don't work for me.
We talked about this, how your toes don't fit into the sock things and stuff like that,
Yep.
which I'm not talking. So the socks are secondary to this.
Yeah, but
video.
even without it, there's little toe separators that girls use if they want to paint their toenails, and I can't use them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
two of the
that's
easiest
sad.
and cheapest ways to improve your foot health are toe spacers and toe socks. Not only are there profound benefits to restoring the natural position of the bones of the toes and the midfoot, but they also increase the amount of blood flow that is getting to the tissues of the feet and grant your feet the ability to use and access the intrinsic muscles within the feet. It's for these exact reasons that I'm sending a couple of pair of toe spacers and a few pair of toe socks to all of my one-on-one clients. Two of the easiest.
Okay, so
Therapeutically valid, but also you should be also strengthening your toes and your feet in a natural barefoot position without that. So if that's all you do, then you
Right.
can probably cause too much spread. I've read various opinions.
Too much spread. Well, I have a like routine, I guess. I do a lot of foot exercises because my feet have been hurting a lot.
Yeah.
As I'm getting older, I think either it's plantar fasciitis or just blood flow issues that I have or what. But taking magnesium and doing more exercise and stuff, I've actually felt my blood flow issues like get better, except my feet. I still wake up and my feet feel like pins and needles, like kind of hurting. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a joint issue or if it's a, but
Nerves.
that's why I keep looking at stuff like this, maybe just to like just keep my
So
foot healthy, you know.
we talked about these before. This is made by Bosu. It's a Bosu dot.
Reasons that I'm sending.
Okay. So it's just like a Bosu ball,
Yeah.
but it's smaller. And I keep that down here because when I'm sitting here, I work on stretching my toes, put my toes on it and lift my heel so that I'm getting, stretched through the arch, that kind of thing. But also I can lean on it and curl my foot around it so that I'm
OG.
pulling the arch up, you know.
What's up,
They are
OG? Thanks for
beneficial.
coming in, man. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, they are beneficial. They're a great tool to have, even if you just have one. So, like, you can toe block, stand on the floor, block your toes, and lean into it. You can press your knee forward without raising the heel, or you can raise the heel and press into it with the ball of the foot. There's a lot of different ways you can work with just a Bosu dot like that, and that does improve the muscle function, the connective tissues, the coordination of various things. You can work your toes and essentially create an isometric also where you're working on the health of the connective tissues again. And it's going to stretch the plantar fascia, which if that's tight, yeah, you could get tingling. I no longer get numb from the ball of the foot through my toes, just walking in perfectly good shoes. I would get numb after about 10 minutes. That doesn't happen anymore.
I get numb if I sit still for too long, and I get numb. Hell, I get numb just sitting on the toilet. My feet get numb. My feet go numb. Isn't that
Do
weird?
you specifically work on your glutes and hamstrings in your workout? Guys tend to skip leg day.
I do. I did 20 squats today, and
Okay.
I do squats periodically. I don't do. I haven't actually been to the gym in a couple weeks, but
So, I mean, a deadlift is going to work the hamstrings and glutes if done correctly. But you got to make sure your form is right. And I say this because I know that my glutes and hamstrings are not strong enough. I'm having to correct my form. And
I
yeah,
went on a
that can
jog
cause
the other day. Felt pretty good. My legs were feeling
yeah.
good. What with
Step
the
ups and
dogs?
step downs. Step ups
Yeah.
and step downs, definitely.
I run up my stairs. Like I'm constantly coming up and down downstairs, and even when I'm out other places in public, unless there's a lot of people around me, I'm usually I look at stairs as a good opportunity for a little exercise. Like
Yeah.
I don't, oh no, look at these
But
stairs. Like
that's if you're running, that's that fast twitch, the explosive, okay? But you also need to do something very controlled. So when I say step
training.
up and step down, slow. And
Yeah.
even better if you put a looped resistance band around your legs just above the knee and keep tension on it, because that's what I'm having to do to train that position, because my knee tends to collapse in when I go to step down because it's avoiding an uncomfortable position in the joint. So if I keep tension on that band, then I'm training to keep my knees straight like they should be, and then you engage the correct muscle better. So, little tip of the day.
I'm always doing rotational exercises and trying to, keep my ankles, because like, I hear like I'll hear clicks and pops a lot of times with like it'll be the same, and like sometimes it'll do the same one like, every time I go, like it doesn't go away. Like that's just
It's not necessarily
forever pop.
dysfunction. Even crepitus can be harmless. It's gross, but it's harmless.
You
Yeah.
have like tendons and stuff sometimes that get plucked like a guitar string, as you're
Yep.
doing rotations. Yeah. All right.
Crepitus grosses me out, and I have a lot of it in my joints because of the hypermobility. And PTs will tell me, learn to love it. And I'm like, I don't love it. It grosses me out. I hate the crunching. I'm going to put my earbuds in now.
Hey, thanks Alice and Margaret for the reposts. Only 2 reposts? Let's see.
From this segment? Yeah, probably.
Maybe. But did it say round 2? It might have been the first. Yeah, round 2. You're right. You're right. But yeah, this is where it goes, guys. It goes into a whole separate place where reposts go. And
I think
does
Rumble
help.
can do better overall. It's like I should not have to be
agree.
hunting for where is the broadcast.
OG is live. That's why he stopped over. Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't. And you're not the only person, and it's been going on for a while. I don't know how that. I think it has to do with the app, because I've done that too, where I go into the app and I don't even see the current live. But if you're on a computer, it's a little different.
It's your live and you can't find it.
Yeah, that's happened. I don't use the app
goofy.
as much though, so maybe I don't see it as happens often. So yeah, these are all reposts. Interesting.
For a couple of weeks there, I was able to just find it right up, and now it's back to that nonsense where I'm all, where is it? Yeah.
Oh, discover creators. I don't know what this is. Are you on LinkedIn by chance?
Yes, I am.
I'm on LinkedIn. I haven't really messed with it much, but it doesn't seem to be all that worthwhile either. Right.
You know, if you're more business oriented, yes. And I just use it when I use it, you know. My nerves about traveling are starting to kick in.
Yeah, when is this happening again? I forget what day you're leaving.
My flight is around midnight tomorrow. So I've got the rest of today and through tomorrow to get everything squared away here so that the cats have their feeders set up and everything, because Jim doesn't get home until sometime on Saturday. So I'm just like, travel is
cats.
nerve-wracking, and the last time I flew, you know what happened. So
I couldn't do that because having dogs is a whole different thing. All right, I'm gonna just look to see if maybe there's somebody worth. Hey, Sergeant Grunt is live, so he might actually help us get our chatters up. Hey, everybody. I am still.
I finally decided I need to make a list that's no particular order of all the specific tasks I have to get done, and just do whatever works for right this moment and remove them from the list one by one, instead of trying to go through in a certain order. That seems to be what works for me, is just, I got that done, fine, check it off. You know?
Right. Let's see if he...
Guys, I have a buddy that might be coming to Rumble doing some unboxing videos for a company and doing...
No, he's reading chats. Read my chat. Try to get... I just joined his Discord, and I also sent you an invite to Discord, by the way.
Live. Just throw me a quick live chat, LOL, then come right back. Yo, guys, please, if you don't know Landor Farmer,
there he goes.
Chatters, go over there, drop them with what's up. I've been in there before. I'm about to go hang out later today. Drop them a fucker and little comment, man.
Siri, open Discord. Siri, open Discord.
Thank you, Sergeant Grunt. Appreciate that.
Why is it not opening? There it is.
What are you trying to open now?
Trying to open Discord on my phone.
So we're sitting at 42 chat, 43 chat. Let's go. OG, I think maybe got us to 43. Thanks, OG. I got to get to 75 by the end of the month. I think I can do it. Hit the like button on Sergeant Grunt. He's got 46 likes on that. He's got less followers than me. He's got 40 people watching him. Like, I guess maybe it's just because of the video games. People like video games, right?
Yeah.
I play video games, but MetaQuest is hard to. It's hard to read chat while that's happening. Plus, it's hard to go live and everything. It's just not easy to work.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let me get the door prize going here. We had a bit of a snafu today because of the technical issues.
I feel like saying, why am I so nervous? But I know why, because like I said, the last time I flew,
right?
that nightmare happened, and it's just like.
So I'll be honest, I don't know if I know all the details, but you don't have to tell me if it was traumatic.
Oh, do you remember CrowdStrike?
Oh, hey Betty.
In
I
2024?
do, but I have no idea. You'd have to.
It disrupted a lot of airlines, but also American was understaffed at the same time. So it was an 8-hour delay leaving Newark. And then when we got to Charlotte, of course, our connection was gone. And then they kept canceling our next departure that we were scheduled on. They stranded us. So we had to pay for 2 nights in a hotel.
Wow.
Out of our pocket. They weren't compensating us. All the hotels filled up, and they were price gouging because they knew they could. And we ended up renting a hybrid Jeep Grand Cherokee and driving from Charlotte to California out of our own pocket. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Jim had an appointment he had to get to. It was his pre-op, the workers' comp pre-op for his knee surgery. We had to be here. Yeah. And it's like, oh, cool, you get to do a road trip. And it was like, yeah, most everything I really wanted to stop for was like, oh, look, there's Oklahoma. Oh, look, there's the river I used to play in. I literally cried when we went across Sallisaw Creek, because Sallisaw Creek was right where my teacher, my medicine teacher, lived. And I'm like, I know exactly where I am, and I can't stop. Gotta go. We stopped and met my friend Joy, the blind Periscope broadcaster, and spent maybe, I don't know, half an hour visiting with her. I finally got to meet her, but that was it. That was in Tennessee.
Tennessee. We're playing your
and drove straight through that one town that got completely demolished a couple months later by that flood.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I'm looking at the map going.
Good timing.
Yeah. And she was texting me in the middle of that going, oh my God, the dams are breaking. I was like, are you in a safe spot? And like she was, but I was like, oh no. Yeah. So it was weird. It was just very weird. It was a weird year.
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Who's still in the house on the Rumble side? I think I just got everybody that I could see. Andrew's back. Okay. Probably gonna do a door prize spin real quick. I didn't see anybody come over here. I guess I shouldn't be begging for chats from that anymore. None of them came over. All right. What if I just make this real big? Ooh. Oh. Cool. That's a hell of a wheel. Well, weird days I've had with streaming. I hope I can get to 75 this month. That's my stress. My next goal will be to get enough engagement with the 600 some followers that I can get 75 chats without a problem. That's my next plan. I guess I'll start posting more on X because of the algorithm changes. I was doing my daily planties, and I'd only get maybe you and one or two other people see it, if at all. And I'm like, am I wasting my time over here? So I kind of quit.
Might do better now.
Might do a little bit better now, yeah.
Try it.
Oh, gee.
I mean, if I comment on it, then that throws it onto my feed, and I've got over 6,000 followers now. So since everybody's seeing, maybe they'll, bring up the visibility.
Oh, it's a different OG account. Same OG, I assume, but maybe not. Andrew, wow. Got a lucky week going on, Andrew. That's 2 door prizes in a row plus the number wheel. Comment down one more time, Andrew. Let me see it. I can't tell if that was your. I can't tell if you commented on Facebook recently. That must be an older comment.
Kept
I
waking
like
up
the
to the
barefoot
side mirror this
shoes.
morning.
Me too, Betty.
Yeah, those are
I keep
interesting.
wanting to try them. Tala says her foot won't fit, and I think that could be a problem with a lot of people, even though they have 3 sizes. Like everybody's
Probably
feet are a
work
little
better for
different.
guys, you know.
Maybe, yeah. But I want to try the ones that have grounding plugs, like these little pieces of copper in them. Oh, there he goes. Oh no, he says, "Whoop, whoop, I'm in the house." Okay, Andrew, say something again.
Yeah, I don't see him.
There he is. There he is. Oh no, he said I'm in the house twice. Okay, you got me on that, Andrew, because I saw the earlier comment and then saw your newer one, and I thought it was the old comment. Anyway, back. I think we're okay now. Let me take that off.
Even I am feeling it a little today in that sciatic nerve, the one that's vulnerable on the left. I'm feeling it a little bit. It's like I'm usually good for about an hour and a half thereabouts, and then I got to start shifting around a little bit. It's like
Mm-hmm.
little twinge, which will be fine once I get up. But yeah, it is there.
Well, that's why I like to do this at the bar here. Like, I happen to have a bar in this house when I got in, and like I could just as easily use this bar for just plants and everything else, and be working on using it as like a workstation. And I do some of it. Like I plant and harvest microgreens here during the show on Mondays, but otherwise, I just wanted some place that I could, stand up and walk around, and I can talk to
Yeah.
you guys, and I don't have to, you know what I mean? I don't have to be
Oh, it'd
stationary.
have
That's
to
how
be
it
like
used to
up
be.
and down, like bar stool standing, you know. That
I do
proximal
that.
stability, like when you see me do this, that's as my core muscles get stronger, this is going to be less of a problem.
Do you
But I'm
think
not
that
there
thing
yet.
that boxing thing would help somebody like you with core, just like wearing it all, like walking around with those stretchy,
Oh,
you
that
know what I mean, like that
walking around with it, no.
resistance, just like using it
That's
on a regular
for
daily basis as like,
no, for a workout, yeah, it does help. But like you got to start with the level I'm at, which is just the physical therapy, going through range of motion and stuff. We're using some resistance bands and stuff, but like that, him throwing the punches and stuff, you could do that a little bit, but your core is going to get tired real fast. So you would have to kind of regulate how much you do that initially.
oh, for sure. Trent, all good. You got 41 coupons now. Andrew, you got what, 14 or something? 15 maybe? 15 now. 15. Remember, you guys, if you want something with these coupons, you better hit me in the beginning of the month, and you better not have too many people in front of you in line. I do want to put out, though, we do have the next shopping spree that we're going to be doing. I'll make a post of that, and you guys again can pick any one of the sponsors for the win. Rose won last time, and she picked Nancy's Own Genetics and DrizzleDab.com to spend it at. So we'll probably do that again. I'll probably still do that next month, but I am not doing any other prizes next month, just so you guys know. Remind you. And it looks like with OG, we might have just gotten to 44, maybe. Let's see. No,
Cool.
never mind. 43 still. 43, Tala. I need 30 more.
They're not making it easy, that's for sure.
No, but I enjoy the challenge because it's actually helped push me to network with more Rumble creators. Although sometimes it feels like that's a double-edged sword. Networking with other creators. I've been trying to do it this entire time. The 5 years I've been doing this.
Though. Look, if they're going to expect higher numbers for that, then straighten out the tech crap. Like,
Oh yeah,
how can you
we
do
probably have
that when you
20 people in here
crash
by
it?
now. We've
Yeah,
lost everybody, like half the people.
that.
Oh,
So, either lower the expectation or elevate the support.
So what the reason that they raised the expectations is because a lot of people were complaining that the amount went down or whatever, and that's because a lot more people are jumping in on it and getting involved, and so it's diluting the total, because the money that we get paid from that comes from people paying for
Cool.
Rumble Premium, all the premium
Okay.
users,
It's just
everybody
like
who
on
pays.
X.
Yeah. So people who pay for the no ads and everything, that money then gets divided amongst all the creator program
Yep.
people. So I get a
Which
couple hundred a
that's
month.
why they're supposed to be on X getting rid of the bot accounts and the engagement farmers who are just like mustard or ketchup. That crap, they're eliminating that bit by bit because it's stupid.
Hmm.
You know, this or that pointless question that must come from some book that they all have access to, because everybody's asking the same questions over and over, and it's been going on for years.
It's like psychology questions, or like they're trying to use psychology just to get more
Yeah, because you
more
feel really
engagement.
compelled to answer it. They
Hmm.
use stuff that's very triggering.
Hmm.
In all seriousness,
Yeah.
because I find myself going, "Don't do it,"
Yeah.
you know?
I
Because
stop myself all
why
the
do
time
I
from
wanna
yeah. Go ahead.
why do I wanna answer a dumb question that I know is just for engagement farming, and you've got 500,000 followers? Piss off.
Yeah,
How
there's
about
some
you come over
stuff.
and engage my content?
I posted some things today like that were start with a question, but then I kind of go on to elaborate a little bit. Like here, let me pose a question, but then let
Intelligent
me
conversation.
right, let me not make it just the question, because I don't want to be looked at as a bot on X.
Because all they're doing when you do that, and with these accounts that do that, I so much wanted to name a name, but I'm not gonna do it.
Hmm.
All they're doing when they respond then is, haha, cool. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Oh, really? That is not like, it's technically engagement, but it's not my opinion of what engagement should look like. It's not a conversation. In some instances, if it's just something that I threw out there, then if my followers respond, then I might give them an emoji or a brief response if I'm very, very busy. But if they give me something that I can reply to, then we're going to converse.
Hmm.
But you can't give me 3 words and think that I'm going to carry the conversation.
There
Okay?
is a word minimum. I think the algorithms pay attention to how many words you're replying with and how many
They
words
do.
they're commenting with,
It does.
and that matters for engagement numbers, but also like how your reach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so there were people on Facebook. Do you think it's better or worse to have those people with those generic questions than having the people who are just out there going follow train, let's
Oh,
go,
they nixed
everybody,
that. You can't do that anymore.
on
They
Facebook
they
you
they're
do.
attacking that. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe,
And
maybe not.
engagement
I haven't
groups.
seen it as much. Yeah, engagement groups.
Engagement
Like there's
groups. You can't do
a
that
million
anymore. It's
people
against
in
the
this group,
TOS.
and yeah, it's
Yeah,
their
you'll
fault
get
though.
busted.
Like they created the loophole. They created the gamification of it, and people are going to game the system. Like they're gaming
That's
your
right.
system because you created a
Like,
gamification.
the worst thing that someone can do when they're that type of user, I'm not going to call them a content creator, if they're just engagement farming with garbage, the worst thing they can do is take a snipe at Nikita and make a comment about him, because he will show up and go, and you're an engagement farmer and you're done. And they'll throw you out of the creator revenue program, which
Hmm.
I wholly approve of.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
wholly approve of that, okay? Because look, they're taking a chunk. They're taking hundreds, they're taking thousands out of the pool that we all would like to get something from, and the trickle down is there. Okay? I'm getting nothing right now because of that nonsense.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it brings me back to the fact that I can't look at what I'm doing online as a possible career, I guess, or let me word to you this way, like the money is not cannot be counted on, even though I'm only getting a little bit at this point, but I can see it, that I can see the writing on the wall. If I
Yeah.
get to the point where it is my mortgage payment, it is my monthly bills, and then the slightest crack of an eggshell I walk on could lose a bunch of it. It's like that's why I'm always preaching to you guys to find me on multiple places, and I really do
Yeah.
appreciate everyone who does, because I think a lot of
Diversify.
you understand it. Yeah, and a bunch of you have started subscribing on multiple places. I do appreciate that too. Um, I saw this
Look, I'm
thing where
I'm encouraging people to subscribe to my Substack. Start off free. If you really like it, then you want to support me, subscribe on Substack instead of X, please. Because I had 120 sitting in there. They paid me 62, took 24, and left 32 sitting in there because of their complex structure of you got to have at least 50, but we only
right,
pay it once a month. And it got in there too late. So we're going to hold on to that. What?
yeah,
Give me my money. Because
it's like
Substack, you pay, I get paid. Now.
right. It's just like it's like on social media. It's just like a bonus if you get any kind of money out of it. And I actually pay at least 2 different sites for a verification badge because of all of the scamming people that want to take your account or steal your face or whatever. We got Andrew in the house, and somebody's on X who took his company name and stuff.
Jeez.
It's not, he may not have it trademarked, but still, the guy knows him, and he knows he's doing it on purpose, and he's not even on X.
Yeah.
Andrew's not even on X, and this other guy on X is like trying to
It happens too much.
scam people.
But I'm offering more content of a higher quality as well on Substack because it is $8 there. And it may go up at the end of the year. I would like to raise it right now because really I set it very low. I would like to bring it up to $10. But I'm not going to do that in the middle of the year to people who are supporting me. But January, I might bump it up a couple dollars because I need that. And it's that migration. It really, I hate to say it, it is. If people want to subscribe on X, it's $4. That's fine. But you're going to get more
Not
out of
gonna get as
Substack.
much, yeah.
And I'm going to make sure that you'll get more out of it there because it's the better place to support me. It just is.
I'm telling you, you need to make it more. You need to make it cost more on X than Substack, and that'll incentivize people to. That's why on locals I will never change my minimum intro price, which is $2 a month, but they can also pay $20 for a whole year on locals, and that is because it's hard to get people to make that jump and try out a different site.
On Substack, if you pay for a year, you do get a price break on it. I set it up that way intentionally. Yeah. But it's more customizable. That's the thing. You can't do that on X. You also cannot comp people on X. They either pay or they don't. There's no freebies. There's no, like my mentor is comped for life. Okay, because he saved my life. He's comped for life. He does not have to pay for my Substack. I can do that. On the one that I just set up that's a project with my brother, it started off his project and I'm in on it. So I created a Substack for that. I said, get yourself on there so I can comp you. Of course, my brother gets free access. It's his project. You can do that, or you can do a week or a month or whatever.
Right.
But there's none of that on X.
You can make admins and moderators and stuff over there.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's about that time, Tala. I think I'm getting my son back tonight. Tomorrow is People in the Boxes. I think we're going to talk about time flies. I think we're going to talk about time. Bean Dongo came up with a topic this week: time, and when you didn't have enough of it, moments in your life when time was of the essence. Things like that.
Tomorrow Tala flies.
Yep. And so you'll be on time trying to get to the airport.
I plan to go very early because I got to park, and I'm just going to pay to leave my car there. And yeah.
Well, dear Lord, just give Tala the peace of mind and maybe the comfort and the maybe joy in traveling, because we don't often get a chance to get away from our little bubbles. And I pray that everything goes smoothly and that, she gets there and back without any hiccup in the road. In your name, I pray, Lord. Amen. There you go, Tala. Hopefully
Thank you.
That's all you needed. And, but no, I do wish you like a fun trip, not just a safe trip, but a fun trip, because you do not get a chance to leave that often. So
I really don't.
Just, you take advantage of it.
Oh my God, it's been 2 years.
All right, I don't know if we went down again, but we're gonna wrap up. So we'll see you next week. Actually, I don't know. You're gonna be back by next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be
All
back
right.
sometime on Monday. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll be looking forward to lots of posts and pictures and stuff, and keep an eye on how that goes.
Yeah.
Everybody, go follow Tala. Go check her out on X. She'll be posting all of her travel pics and also inspirational posts. And then hit the like button and tip your waiter on the way out. We'll see you tomorrow night for people in the boxes at 8 o'clock Central Time. Shut this music off real quick. Yeah, thanks again for coming back, you guys. It was a crazy day, but we're here. We made it. Thanks, Tala. You have anything you want to shout out? No?
Nope. Check out my
All right.
Substack. If you're on X, hit that link for the link tree. All my stuff is there.
Yep, the link tree. See you tomorrow, guys. Remember, everybody's got to eat. Peace.